solid now. Let's see what happens. Can you hear me? Hello, hello. That was outstanding how you just suddenly went peaceful and quiet without even needing to request it, ladies and gentlemen. Impressive to say the least. A very good afternoon. My name is Jordan Vandermeer. First and foremost, I'd like to welcome you in on one of our best days throughout the week, auction day here at Harcourts Hamilton, into our central city offices as well, of course, our auction rooms. My name is Jordan Vandermeer, and on behalf of our owners of Monarch Real Estate, Trent Finlay, and as well as Campbell Scott as well, we welcome you. We extend our welcome to our vendors, firstly for entrusting us with the business. Wish you all the very best with your endeavours here today. And likewise, we extend that to our potential new owners as well, our buyers. No small feat being able to come along here cash unconditional. Well done on that job, and hopefully I can play a small part in you ending your property journey here this afternoon. Folks, we have 4 offerings for you that you'll be able to bid on. Of course, you would have sought your own legal advice before coming along here. Clauses included. Fantastic sales team working on all of these. I appreciate the work that my agents have done and the communication throughout as well. If you haven't received it, our auction pack, National Cats Day on Saturday. If you were wondering why the cats are on the front, for those feline friends as well, also you have all the information about the auctions, our business, and the auctions to come as well. If you're tuned in, and harcourtshamilton.co.nz, a very warm welcome and hello to you. You can keep updated here in the room as well with all of our info as to where our offerings stand in terms of negotiations up on the screen there as well. We are a team effort here at Harcourts Hamilton, and especially within the auction team as well, so not just myself, Jordan, here with you. We have Murray Watson, David Forster, John Vandy, Louise Macklow as well, all part of our team to be able to support you guys. Of course, should some of our auctions need to leave the room and go outside for negotiations, Murray will be the first one off the rank dealing with that. I assure you, ladies and gentlemen, you are in fantastic hands. And then when you come back into the room, a chance to be able to maybe bid further or find out the actual results will keep you well in tune as to where they stand and what is happening. I'm just going to touch on the conduct of auction. It will blanket all of the offerings that we have here this afternoon, but like I said, for your each individual ones, you would have sought your own expert legal advice before coming along. My vendors might surprise you, but when it comes to auctions, they've given me a reserve price, and unfortunately, team, I cannot let you know what that is. But subject to it being met, the highest bidder will be the purchaser. In the likely event that we have a disputed bid, we'll go back to the last undisputed bid by engaging with me. Good luck. You're letting me know that you are good with the contract, you've read those terms and conditions, and of course you're happy with bidding on them. Now I can decide the increments, I hold the right to refuse any bid I don't particularly want to, and I can place a bid on behalf of our owners. We call it a vendor bid. Now should I need to place that vendor bid, a couple of things folks, it'll be blatantly obvious when it is happening, and secondly, I assure you it'll be well south of the reserve price that I have here in my pocket. If you are wondering, and if I need to place it, the vendor bid is simply a tool that I can do to help you, the buyers, to understand what level you need to be at to acquire the keys. Those keys, should you be lucky enough to have them this afternoon at the fall of the hammer, congratulations, well done. Before you go and celebrate, I require you to just do a couple more things. Please sign this contract and pay a 10% deposit dependent on the purchase price into our trust account, and then you are good to go. That is our conduct of auction. That is how it's going to be working here this afternoon. You would have read them, understand them, explained them, and I guess we should move on to our very first offering that we have for you here today, which is 33 Exeter Street in Glenview. Tony Tang, pleasure to, as always, do business with you. I appreciate your communication throughout in the marketing campaign as well, leading us up. I'll touch on the legal description of this one. It sits on the best type of real estate that you can purchase, which is a freehold title, good land package here as well. I've been along to the home, 889 square metres. It's lot 17, deposit plan at 21536, and contained in a record of title for you to take confidence in, and that is 24B folio 922. GST inclusive of the purchase price with settlement down on this contract for the 21st of August 2026 or such other date as mutually agreed upon. Well, Tony's provided us with another beauty of a home. Having been there a couple of times during the marketing process, it's always been a pleasure to be able to walk down that private lane, head up towards that deck. And every time, Tony, no matter what time I'm there, the sun seems to be coming through onto the deck and into the lounge. And I have absolutely stayed there much longer than I intended to, just catching up with Tony and enjoying the space that could be yours. 889 square metres, that is generous to say the least. It's a fantastic family home, whether or not it's downsizing, investing, or maybe growing. These opportunities don't come around very often. You walk through, you get a peek of the back lawn as well, and realise that the land package simply wraps completely around this home which is just there for the taking. You can move in, enjoy, acquire the keys. And what I also love about this one, I've chatted to Tony about it as well while we sit there in the sun through in the lounge, is that you have the chance to be able to add your own touches as well. What's important? The home, the keys, you go down that private lane, community, security, and of course peace and quiet. You get that, you gain that, and you have that fantastic location as well. Easy access to the hospital, Hamilton Lake CBD, no time away, Healthy Homes compliant. This is an appealing proposition for you if you're lucky enough to be able to get the keys here today. And of course, folks, with that conditional interest and people tuned in who might not be able to engage with us here today, this is one that might not last. So I implore you, ladies and gentlemen, if you're here, cash unconditional, let me know your thoughts on value. You never know, I might even comment on them. I'm humbly in your hands here, folks. First one on the rank here today, opening bidder offer. Who'd like to get us started for 33 Exeter Street in Glenview, Hamilton City? I'm in your hands. Excuse you, Sean. Sean will be thankful that a cough I can't take as a bid. Some of his offerings coming up a little bit later here, ladies and gentlemen. I'm in your hands, though. I appreciate the patience. And I also completely understand when it comes along to auction day, sometimes people are a little bit hesitant to be able to get into it, get a feel for it. If you needed a little bit of a nudge, encouragement, got it there, Tony. Appreciate it at 580. Wish you guys all the very best underway. A humble retort to that would be another 20 on top. Anybody else in the room to get us to that 600 would be a good move, I'd say, for the keys. But 580, you've taken the first step, the hardest, the best one to do. And at the moment, you're the only one involved. Here we go, folks. Who puts another 20 on top of our opening bidder offer of 580? First call. Twice at 580 with our lamplighters. Through the back. Third and final call. Tony, I appreciate that. I'm going to have to bounce against you on behalf of my owners. It's a vendor, but I take us to 600,000 and I search for 25 on top. Don't worry about nobody else being involved here, folks, through the back. You're in the best box seat knowing that nobody else is engaging with us here. At 600,000, I search for 25 on top. Do you see me there, Tony? Can they? Had to try. At 615, and again, a great move to get back in front. That's how we can do it. I'm helping you get to the zone that we need to. At 615, back with my lamplighters. I still search for that 25 somewhere here in the room. Humbly, though, you're back in the lead, and I'd rather you be there than me. First call at 615 on Exeter. Low maintenance, carefree, move in and enjoy. Twice at 615. Third and final time. Tony, you're well versed at this. I appreciate that. I've got a level where I need to be at to be able to acquire the keys. I'm still going to take us to that 625 here, folks. And again, don't worry that I keep going against you. What I'm doing is I'm just trying to get you more in that zone, okay? So it's a bit on half of my owners, my second vendor bid, but I'll be frank with you here, folks. A little bit reluctant to keep on doing this all afternoon. 625. And Tony, if we could go 25 on top to 650, again, I suggest all day, take no offence to you completely ignoring it, but happily in your hands if you have a bit of 35, I like it there. It's 635 and back in the lead. Understanding the process, and I appreciate that, folks. At 635, I'm back with you. Our lamplighters through the back for a fantastic home there. Anybody else wants to engage with us, now is your time. First call as people start to pull out their phones, and I get a little bit nervy about that. It might mean that people online are interested. Twice at 635. Third and final call. I'll stay true to my word. I'm not going to bounce you again. What I'm going to do is we're just going to pause there and we're going to go outside for a little bit of a chat. I'm not at a level where I can sell you the property, but I want you guys to be able to have the best shot at the keys. So we're going to head outside of the room. Murray will come with you. We'll have a bit of a chat and hopefully we'll have an update in the very near future.
Healthy, I believe happy. No one keeps quickie.
The office, Sean Cosgrave, been involved in the marketing of this absolutely sensational offering at number 2 that we have for you today, folks. 61C Dramara Drive in Rotokauri, Waikato District. We'll get through the legal descriptions and then, of course, I'll help you with some of the key points about the property that I have really, really enjoyed. Freehold title, best that you can do. The pictures kind of do the talking for me, John. I don't need to be standing here trying to explain how fantastic the opportunity it is, but it really is. Wait for it. Freehold title sitting on 8,527 square metres, more or less. It's not officially yours, but from this view and from this property, the lake seems like it is privately all yours as well. One of the best views I have seen of any home that I have been to since being here. Lot 52, deposit plan 82943, and contained on a record of title I have in this contract, 65D folio 556. Settlement down for 30th of October 2026 or such other date as mutually agreed upon. And I can confirm, just like the marketing said when it came to this property, it's an estate that I've visited, and absolutely it is one that I remember. I appreciate my vendor being able to catch up with them, sat with them multiple times in the home as well. As you head into Dramara, the estates are exactly that. You wind your way through to this fantastic position, which is down the end of the road, down the end of the right-of-way, and when you come to the home, you really do feel like you have that entire lake completely for your own viewing. This is not just a home, it is an estate, and there is ample room for you to be able to enjoy it with you and your family. That is absolutely guaranteed. Now, I took the stairs up to the second level. You can take the lift if you like as well. The option is there for you. The living is up on the top level with all of them having their private balconies out to that view as well. When you get to enjoy a home like this, you also are surrounded by like-minded people which make you feel like you're in one of the estate communities that so many would simply hope that they would be able to get the keys to and to be able to enjoy. Every part of the home is north-facing, enjoying the outlook over the lake. It's open plan living. The huge kitchen is the heart of the home, and ample space for you, your family, to have that separation throughout, but of course have that fantastic connectivity. And where it is, it's only 10 minutes from the CBD in one of Rotokauri's most desirable communities. Within that 61C, Dramara sits as one of the most desirable homes. It is impressive, and my vendors, for those online, those waiting, and those here in the room, my vendors have decided to allow the possibility for somebody to be able to acquire the keys. Humbly, I'm in your hands here, ladies and gentlemen. I want you to let me know your thoughts on value. The office, Sean Cosgrave, have done everything they need to. When I was there, people coming through the home as well, discussing where they would like to be, how they would like to be there. But of course, they can't do that until they come along here to auction day and engage with us and let us know. Who'd like to proffer up an opening bidder or offer? I'm in your hands. And a perfect example how peaceful and quiet it is from the home. Appreciate showing that to me, unrequested from the auctioneer. But I do search for an opening bidder offer here, ladies and gentlemen. We want to get on to selling it. We want to get on to sending a signal to our buyers here in the room or online as well, all conditional, so that's what I'm going to do. Here's a deal with you, ladies and gentlemen. It makes sense. Vendor knows what's going on. We know what's going on as well. So I have clear intention and I have clear instructions as well. No vendor bidding will be happening from me. No suggestion in price. I'll give you a final moment to decide if you want to proffer up an opening bidder offer. Otherwise, I'm going to let you know an on-the-market price straight away, and we can get on to getting a deal. I'll give you a moment. And moment has passed. We have an on-the-market price for Dramara Drive in Rotokauri of $2,999,000 New Zealand dollars. Sean confirming? $2,999,000 New Zealand dollars. That is the number, that is the zone, that is the amount that you need to let James and the team know if you are intrigued, wanting to get the keys or wanting to place an offer on that. It will be on the sign on the weekend, open homes. Clear intention and signal now from our vendors. Good luck in your endeavours to get the keys to 61C Dramara Drive.
Hey.
Folks tuned in online as well, or maybe here in the room, we just had a pause or a change in terms of the order of sale here today. We're just finalising a couple of things when it comes to 422 Tristram Street in Whitiroa, which was going to be our next one. So we happily just move on to 17 Oderings Place in Huntington while we await an update to be able to move that back into the order of sale. Legally explained and detailed on this contract as freehold title, an extensive legal explanation here within this contract, but as always, take confidence in knowing on that record of title 962997 it is contained for you to be confident with your bidding. Settlement down for 16th of October 2026 or such other date as mutually agreed upon. Been to the home on an open home, also come along and caught up with our vendors as well while we did the reserve set. It's been a pleasure. I know they are tuned in online as well. A pleasure to catch up with them, get to know them, and of course have the opportunity to be able to call the auction on this property. What do I like it? Well, I'm a big fan of a cul-de-sac street. Why? No through traffic. You're not dealing with people cruising through your street. This is just like-minded people who have the keys to abodes in and around you. So instantly when you get the keys to an opportunity like this, you're joining a community of good like-minded sorts as well. Added bonus on that, get down the cul-de-sac, you head down that right away, and you're the final one on the left to be able to attain that privacy. That gully outlook, which I know is going to be getting improved as well, your morning walks, waking up to that outlook as well, you sense like you are somewhere where you're not quite, and then as you leave the home you realize that you are just moments away from everything this city has as well. It is the mix that so many people look for when it comes to a home, and of course this one here at Odering Place is definitely satisfying all of that. The home is just modern. You walk straight through that front door, you have the front deck, which is the private place for you to be able to enjoy. Both times, like the property I talked to previously, both times I've been there, the sun has been all over that deck, and a chance to be able to just have the bedrooms, the kitchen, and open those sliding doors to extend the living possibilities of something that seems to just make sense. It's in a community, and it's in a suburb that is on the up. If it's investment, if it's first home, if it's downsizing, this has got that final part of the equation that you hope for, which is tick, tick, tick. Peaceful, private, and perfectly positioned for the takings. In this situation, ladies and gentlemen, my vendors are gone. They are ready to move on. We have people waiting, but as always, we need to give you guys the opportunity to be able to engage and let us know your thoughts. The office, Sean Cosgrave, and the awesome team here managing this one. And again, I'll give you a moment to think about where you'd like to start. They have really enjoyed this one, folks. But as well on the other side of that, if it was the investment ilk, they'd be jumping over themselves to be able to try and rent this one out. If it makes sense to you in your equations, I highly suggest it. Or of course, if you have a family or a chance to be able to have your lock up and leave as well, another solution for you is what we offer here today, folks. Auction process, absolutely what we do best in the business here in this room, which is letting you know exactly as buyers where you need to be. Reminding, as they wait and hope that no one in this room does anything, your opportunity to not give them a chance and not give them a sniff is what we encourage you to do so here. Opening bidder offer, folks. You are a consistent and patiently quiet crew today in the room. That's okay, I appreciate that. Well, I'll stay consistent in terms of my method. Sean, if you're agreeing with it, and James, I don't want to be vendor bidding here. I want to get straight on to be able to get a price on it and let the market know what they need to pay. Comfortable with that final moment? Anyone showing intention? Thoughts on value? On the market at $899,000. $899 at Odering is on the market price. Anyone want a bit above that? Have to check here. If you took it at $899 on the money right now, you get the keys. No clearer sign for you to be able to enjoy or know where you need to be for this property. Otherwise, everybody else now knows, and that conditional queue can get a little bit messy. I highly encourage you not to join it. Once, twice, third, final time, $899 on the market, nothing further. Goes on the sign this weekend, we tell the market what they need to pay, and of course we get it done at 17 Odering. Appreciate your patience, ladies and gentlemen, as we just navigated through some final little situations there as well. 4-2, nothing to do with the property. We just wanted Mr. Tony Ketupa back in the room as well, of course, along with Sharon, has done the marketing on the property. I appreciate all of your communication throughout this process. And hey, why wait just a little bit longer? Because my goodness, I'm a big fan of firsts. And a privilege to be able to play a small part in this one here, folks. First time that we offer it to you. First time that 422 Tristram Street has the ability to be changing keys. You know that, you understand it. I am very privileged for us, not just me, for as a company as well, to our vendors who I've met, sat with. I appreciate catching up with you. All the very best in your endeavours here this afternoon, folks. Let's get to the legal description, and then, of course, let's get on to finding out whether or not we will be passing over the keys in a monumental moment here today. Freehold title. The last remaining original, 756 square metres, more or less, lot 18, deposit plan 2707, and a record of title down here for 496, folio 106. Settlement 10 days after unconditional or such other date as mutually agreed upon by our buyers and our purchasers. Same family constructed this home. Same family has owned it ever since. If you're looking down Tristram, you will see well and truly and understand how this is the last one of the originals that are still there. I hope that you have read within your contract, ladies and gentlemen, I see just here, that you must be a fan of the Chiefs. With FMG Stadium directly across the corner, of course, jokes aside, that's not actually included in the contract, ladies and gentlemen. It's been a pleasure sitting down with our vendor. It's been awesome to be able to walk through that front door and, of course, see the originality. You've got the high stud as the home is, the land package sensational, the ability, like all of you will know. Just take a look to the right, to the left. If you're of that ilk, you know what you could do with the land. You know the possibilities that you can do. And, of course, you know that it absolutely makes sense. But as is, the home is sensational, ample space, huge living spaces, multiple of that, up on the upper level as well. And again, it must have been something going on last week when I was going along to the open homes, but it seemed that everywhere I was going in and around the property, the sun was simply chasing me around as well. You have that fantastic front and back lawn up on the upper level as well. It's a home with all the classic characteristics, and of course you can feel the originality and you can feel the history throughout as well. Monumental. Absolutely. Not just the occasion, not just the chance to be able to be here, but it would be monumental if you were able to acquire the keys. Think of the possibilities, create them to become probabilities, and absolutely avoid the opportunity to have to join that queue afterwards here, folks. Cash, unconditional, engage with me, let you know your thoughts. My vendors for the first time are willing to proffer up the keys and are ready to move on. Humbly in your hands here, folks, 422 Tristram Street, Whitiroa in Hamilton City. You're in the heart of it. You know the opportunity. You know how great it is. Now it's time to find out what you think about value. Opening bidder offer. Who'd like to get us started? 500. Appreciate it, sir. Thoughts on value north of $500,000. We can chip away, start them low, watch them grow. Welcome in, sir. All the very best. At 500, I'll tell you what, sir, I'm going to bump us straight to 6 on behalf of my owners, and I'd look for you to see me to 7. An astute man, I know you understand where I need to be able to get the key, so I'll go straight against you to 600,000. You stay strong with me, go to 7, sir. And absolutely, if you're the only person who's in the room, we can go toe-to-toe and I can try and get you there. But I don't want to be doing too many bids below this and we end up nowhere, sir. So I go straight away to 600,000, sir, go to 7. First call. At 600, it's a vendor bid, happily on their behalf. Twice. Third and final time. Okay. Unfortunately, sir, I don't go backwards. Yep, I'm at 6. Won't take 5, sir. I appreciate it. Won't take 10. Nope. 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 50. 50. Can't do it, sir. I need to take 50. Appreciate it. First call. Got it there. Nice one, sir. It's 650, and I appreciate the understanding. Love going toe-to-toe with you, working for you as well if I can. At 650, the request was still 7 if we can. Twice at 650. I suggested it, and I know he knows the game as well and knows what we need to do, sir. So if a 7 comes my way, don't take offence to it. I'm happily trying to keep you in the zone here. Third and final time at 650 through the back with my lamplighter. I go to 700, sir, on behalf of my owners. It's a vendor bid. 700,000, and I look for something north of that. It would be 750, sir. Like I said, clear instructions of where I need to be able to sell and to be able to simply get you in the zone. There's no point staying at this level and us going outside and we being nowhere. So if you want to avoid that conditional queue, sir, come with me. Go to $750,000 if you can. That's my suggestion. That is my humble request for you. 700 on behalf of my owners. First call is at 750. I take confidence knowing that you're the only one, sir, with me. Because you know they're circling. You know they're keen. And they see the upside as well. But if you can engage with me, go to 750, sir. Twice at 700. It's a vendor bid. I'll tell you what, sir. I'm at 7. I'm at 7, sir. I won't be going backwards. But if you went to 750, 710. All right, sir. We'll go 710. I'll tell you what, sir. What I'm going to do is I'm not going to go vendor bidding against you anymore. We're just going to go to 710. We'll take this outside of the room. We'll have a bit of a chat, okay? And we'll see if we can bridge some sort of gap. I appreciate your understanding, but if it's just me and you, let's get onto it. Let's talk some numbers outside and see if we can get you across the line, okay? Not sold at 422 Tristram. Outside for a bit of a chat. John, we'll see you out there and we'll see if we while one of our offerings has left the room for some negotiation, another one of them has returned. 33 Exeter Street in Glenview. Of course, we were sitting at 635,000 with our team at the back. Murray, you went outside. We've had a bit of a chat. Would love to know an update. Have we got a different situation? 672,500. Confirming at the back. Thank you very much. And Murray, what does that mean? We are on the market and selling away. There is nothing further, folks, but of course I've got to give you 3 opportunities. Exeter keys are going to new owners out the back as well. She's sitting there going, hurry up. First call, twice. Third and final time. We are all done We're all finished. I know what this means, team, so congratulations. Sold! A big congratulations to my brand new owners. Well done. Awesome job. Congratulations. Thanks for your patience, ladies and gentlemen, tuned in online as well. Now, we just have an update when it comes to 422 Tristram Street in Whitiroa. There was no change once we left the room in terms of the situation of bidding as well. We were at 710. It sits at 710 still. So what we're going to do is give it 3 opportunities for anybody else to let us know their thoughts on value above that. Otherwise, we will pass the property in and get straight into negotiations on contracts after. Those who are tuned in online or who are conditional, this will be good news to your ears as well. First call, twice, third and final time, all finished. We pass the property in on a bid of 710. All offers into Sharon and Tony as soon as you can post. We appreciate it, ladies and gentlemen, for tuning in. John, there is the contract. As we head towards our auction gala, tuned in online as well, thanks for joining us, those who are involved as well. Great to get one under the hammer here in the room as well. 27th of August, our big gala day. If you'd like to work with us, we'd love to work with you.